Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. We're going to be talking about Chinese hackers. Okay. So the FBI Director Christopher Wray is warning the United States of increase in, or unprecedented increase, I should say, in Chinese cyber attacks, like you see here on your screen. So this is something that's been widely reported a lot for the last year, quite a bit. Okay, Christopher Wray has come out many times and warned that Chinese hackers have access to the United States electrical grid, okay, water pumping stations, all kinds of critical infrastructure has already been tapped into and hacked. And supposedly, China could have the ability to shut many of these down if they really wanted to. Okay, and obviously right now there's a definitely a cold war going on here between many nations, and China's ready to move on Taiwan. They've been saying many times they want to take Taiwan back and bring it back to the homeland. And the U.S. has been quite a backer of Taiwan up until recently, since the elections. But this is obviously a major threat. Okay, and obviously cyber attacks are happening all the time. But it's very possible that we could have a major cyber attack inside the United States or in Europe or something like that that could cause major damage. You know, just imagine, think for a moment if your power went out, okay? Or, gas stations could no longer pump gas, okay? Or something major like that, okay? Food stopped coming in, water stopped running because these critical infrastructures were hit so badly that, let's say, it could take 6 months or longer for them to even repair these. Do most people have a basic plan should something like that happen? Probably not. Most people are not ready for stuff like that. Most people don't have, water stored in their house, or stored up food, or, things that you would actually need to stay alive should something like that happen. So I want to get into this article here. We're going to dive a little bit deeper and talk about this. So the FBI warns of unprecedented increase in Chinese cyber attacks on U.S. infrastructure. FBI Director Christopher Wray said that the agency is laser focused on deterring the threat posed by China that is capable of undermining U.S. national security. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has flagged concern over Chinese efforts to covertly plant malicious software, look at that, malicious software into computer networks to disrupt critical U.S. infrastructure, adding that the threat is now at a scale greater than we'd seen before. FBI Director Christopher Wray said that the agency is laser focused on deterring the threat posed by China that is capable of undermining U.S. national security. We're laser focused on this and as a real threat, and we're working with a lot of partners to try to identify it, anticipate it, and disrupt it, Wray said at the Munich Security Conference. I'm sober and clear-minded about what we're up against. We're always going to have to be kind on the balls of our feet, he said. U.S. removes Chinese malware. In January, the U.S. Office of Public Affairs issued a report saying that the country disrupted a botnet of hundreds of U.S.-based small office home office, so SOHO routers hijacked by People's Republic of China, state-sponsored hackers. The hacking network, called the Volt Typhoon, used privately owned routers infected with a malware known as KV botnet to enable China to hack systems in the US. Look, hack systems in the US. The Volt Typhoon allegedly targeted key American infrastructure, including the electrical grid and water supply, just like I was talking about. In wiping out the KV botnet from hundreds of routers nationwide, the Department of Justice is using all its tools to disrupt national security threat in real time, said Deputy Attorney General Lisa O. Monaco. Today, the FBI and our partners continue to stand firmly against the People's Republic of China. Cyber actors that threaten our nation's cybersecurity, said FBI Deputy Director Paul Abate. He added, "We remain committed to thwarting malicious activities of this type and will continue to disrupt and dismantle cyber threats, safeguarding the fabric of our cyber infrastructure." A wake-up call for the U.S. Ray's comments are the latest in reminding the Biden-backed administration of Chinese espionage operations in the country. that range from traditional spying and intellectual property theft to hacking its computer software. Intelligence officers have said that China's spy activities have scaled up in terms of scale and sophistication over the past decade. Authorities have especially become concerned over Beijing's interest in infiltrating the U.S. infrastructure networks responsible for the functioning of safe drinking water, aviation traffic, etc. So look at all these different infrastructures that are obviously tapped into and already hacked and ready. Should these cyber groups want to attack this infrastructure and take it down, knock it offline, whether that be temporarily or permanently or something like that, many of these infrastructures are already hacked and ready to shut them down if they really wanted to. And these are main infrastructures, so water, you know, gasoline, maybe even too. It says here aviation traffic, electricity. The electricity grid already is a big one. That's really all they would need to knock out because everything is run off of electricity. That would be the main one to really target, would be electricity, because everything, even water most likely wouldn't function. It would not move through the pipes because many of these pumps that move the water through the pipes are run off of electricity. Last year, the FBI director met with his counterparts from the Five Eyes countries, US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, in the group's first public meeting to discuss ways to deter Chinese espionage activities. Well, it's pretty crazy. Uh, it's scary to think about that, how possible it is that our electrical grid in the United States is so vulnerable. Which obviously it's old. It needs to be rebuilt and revamped and modernized. Okay, many of the infrastructures inside the U.S. are not modernized. They're starting to age. They're falling apart. And that's why we supposedly had that what was that infrastructure bill a few years ago. Where did that money go? It was like billions of dollars or trillions. I think actually it was trillions of dollars, at least a trillion. Where did all that money go? It was supposed to go to infrastructure and rebuild roads and all these different things, and it kind of just got spent, and then that was it. No one even talks about it anymore. So many of our infrastructure is just very, very vulnerable to attack, could easily be knocked out. And I hope most of you are prepared for that, because if that ever happens, you may not be able to just go to the store and go pick up some food real quick. Food could be wiped out. Water could be non-existent because the pumps are not working to pump water through the pipes. It could be really bad, and things could go bad very quick. And within 72 hours, there could just be mass chaos going on. So something else I want to talk about here that's kind of ties into all this, and it's a little scary if you think about this article right here that just came out 5 days ago, February 14th. Chinese migrants pouring across southern border spark national security concerns. Now, let me make something clear here too. It's not just the southern border that's being invaded. Most people don't know right now, but there are many, many, many illegal immigrants coming in through the northern border as well. You probably wouldn't think that'd be the case, right? You'd think that most of these people entering are coming in through the south. Well, there's a large amount of people coming in through the Canadian border as well. There's been lots of reports of Chinese nationals coming in through the border up there near New York. Okay, coming in through the forests of Canada, over the border into the United States, coming into New York. Okay, so this is obviously a major national security threat. I really don't understand why the borders are not shut down right now. With the way that things are going, how dangerous this world is, we've got cyber threats here. We've got war going on. We've got potential war with so many different countries right now. Yet our borders are wide open, letting tens of thousands of people in every day. So here it says more than 20,000 Chinese nationals have illegally crossed since the new fiscal year began on October 1st. I mean, think about that for a minute. It's very concerning. 20,000 Chinese nationals, okay, since October 1st, and more than 90% of them crossed into San Diego sectors and places like Jacumba, a small town of 60 miles east of the city. Okay, 500% increase in Chinese migrants from this time last year. Why is there so many Chinese immigrants coming into the country? And I've seen many different videos that a large number of these people coming in, even in this picture right here, most of them are all younger, what they consider fighting aged males. what's really the plan here? Because if we're talking just 20,000 people, 20,000 Chinese nationals, let's say even just three-fourths of that, let's just say 15,000 of that is fighting aged males. Why are they coming in? Is it really just people coming in to seek a better life, or is there a bigger plan here? Many people are speculating that these could be, sleeper cells being brought in and could unleash chaos within the country. And and I'm not. It's not just me stating this. Okay, I'm not just thinking out loud here. This is actual, real information coming out. Christopher Wray, Christopher Wray, who we were just talking about there in that article, FBI director, he just came out just, I don't know, in the last 2 weeks. He came out and was warning that this border being wide open is a national security threat. And it's really a matter of time before something major happens and we have some sort of attack on America. Okay, just think about that, because there's lots of people coming in that are not being vetted. We have no idea who these people are. Many of them could have criminal records, and we just let them flow right in, give them a free pass, free housing, free everything. And if they're coming in here to network together with each other to try to form some sort of attack or something, it could be very possible for them to do that. So that's why I warn people, especially if you live in major cities, definitely watch your back when you're going out around in public, and if you can, carry a self-defense tool with you, so that way you can defend yourself and your family if something were to go down. Because if we look at all these different things going on here in the United States, so this border being wide open, all these people coming in, these 20,000 Chinese nationals coming in the last 3 months, and then we've got increased cyber attacks by the Chinese hackers. Doesn't that look a little coordinated? Does it, at least just a little bit? Doesn't that seem like it's possible that could be coordinated? It very much could be. We don't know for sure, obviously, right? Many people are just speculating at this moment. But it's very obvious that if our border's wide open and we're letting tons of people in, it's very possible to have some sort of terrorist attack here in the United States again. It's very possible that could happen. Hopefully it never does, but very, very possible here in the near future we could see something like that happen. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope you learned something here, and you take something with this video and do something with it, and try to get yourself a little prepared if you can. Get yourself a little bit of extra food and water. Go out to the store and spend an extra $50 if you got it, $10, $20 even. Get a little extra canned food and some water and something like that. And I highly recommend, one of the biggest things you go buy is a water filter. They're not expensive. You can go get a Sawyer Mini. It's Sawyer, Sawyer Mini. You can get one from Walmart or Amazon for like $20, and that can filter like up to, I think, 200,000 or 300,000 gallons of water. So I highly recommend getting at least something like that. Water is going to be a big one. If anything were to ever happen and the electricity grid got shut down, we could be in big trouble. So I hope you got something again out of this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody be safe out there. We'll see you guys all in the next one, okay? Everybody take care and God bless. We'll see you later.